is a perfect diplomat. Balance of opposites. Kapisha, Vayu Putra, Sankata Mochana, Mahavira, not just known for his strength, but he's known for his brain power, his wisdom. When you live by the first three names, Hanuman, Anjanasunu, Vayu Putra, you become automatically a Mahabala. Why Hanumanji is the perfect archetype or model? This is Valmiki's own creation in Ramayana. We even said that it could very well be his own life story. That we have several instances of mixture of human and animal archetypes, notable being Narasimha, Ganesha, and Hanumanji. Why Hanuman's day has been dedicated or designated as Tuesday and Saturday? Most people are unconsciously adopting the Duryodhana archetype. I will say the mantra again and I will explain. It is Vayu Putra talks about our Pranamaya Kosha. There are 5 pranas inside us. To get to these 4 goals, Vedanta has prescribed yoga. There are 3 types of yoga that our entire Vedanta talks about. Astrologically, what Mars stands for. Mars is a cruel planet. Cruelty. Mars represents our karma action. The minute you are born on earth, you have to engage in karma. Because in the beginning I said, we are the only one who can solve our problems. Nobody can solve it for us. And we will understand when we do Sankat Mochana Ashtakam, Mahavir he's called. Courage. Veera is a warrior who has courage. It's not that people are born with courage. It has to be cultivated. To be a spiritual warrior, you need 5 kinds of courage. With the lessening of religious rituals, this modern world, we have completely forgotten that the power of brahmacharya, vrat, austerity, that is to control our instinctual animal nature. That whole Ramayana, they've said, if you can't say Ram, the simplest word, say Mara, kill, and you will still be connected because it's the opposite of Ram. Mara. These 2 planets are very peculiar and their astrological alignment in your birth chart is misplaced. You are in for misery, my friends. He is balance of opposites. 2 murtis of Hanumanji you'll see. Either he is that Shakti, flying through the air with that Gada and the mountain, or he is sitting at the feet of Ram. Shakti and Bhakti, this is the 2 things, the 2 major things we have to focus on in these 7 sessions, how to develop Shakti and Bhakti through karma. So hello and welcome to the 7th and final session on Sri Hanuman Upasana workshop on mind mastery. It's a very, very emotional journey for me. And, I'm just so excited to have shared this journey with you. And like I was talking to some of you earlier. So basically, we started with the concept of Kim Purusha. And that is, this archetypes in the Vedic Puranas and stories where this animal and human beings are put together, juxtaposed together to give us an idea. And here it is given us that we have a human being, we as a human being have a monkey mind, and we are given an opportunity, a map to perfect that mind. And Lord Hanuman, the archetype of Hanuman, symbolizes the infinite strength and courage that we have inside the human spirit to stand up to any challenge and any problem in our life. So then basically it is an archetype of a perfect mind, and also it gives us the map as to enlightenment, how to get enlightenment, which we defined as freedom from our pre-programmed mind. When you go beyond that programmed animalistic mind, you are free. That's called moksha or enlightenment. And we also talked about the Hanuman's journey being a hero's journey. There is nobody out there, no God, no person to come and save you. It is our journey where we realize the potential, hidden potential within us. And when somebody reminds us, a guru, a person or a book or an experience comes to tell us what is within us, and we trust and move towards it. So Hanumanji and Hanuman archetype and Hanuman Chalisa and Sri Ram story, these are the gurus, the concept or the principle that removes our darkness, our ignorance. Then we talked about having 2 archetypes available to us. Duryodhana archetype, wherein we blame others, including God, for our problems, or we can choose to follow the Hanuman archetype, where when we are ignorant of our powers, but when somebody reminds us and gives us a map, we are willing to walk that path. And of course, because we have come this far, we have obviously, everybody here has chosen to at least imbibe and invoke the Hanuman archetype. Then we talked about Chiranjeevis, because there are 7 Chiranjeevis, immortals, and we define them as these mind. The mind has 7 different archetypes, and you can choose to be any one of them. The best, of course, is Hanumanji. He has everything. The other 6 have one other qualities, but Hanumanji imbibes and inculcates everything. So this mind is not going anywhere. It will never die. You can use it or you can store it. So that is the Chiranjeevis. Then we talked about why Hanumanji has 2 birthdays, because we are born, we have no choice. Our karma makes us incarnate in this earthly plane, but we have a choice to be born again spiritually, where we move away from our animalistic instinct and go towards our, from instinctual living towards intentional living, which we have been doing the last 7 sessions. Then we talked about why Hanumanji has, why the 2 birthdays fall on, not birthdays, why we worship Hanuman archetype on Tuesday and Saturday. Because we said Tuesday is governed by the planet Mangal, which is Mars, which makes us do things, activity. And Saturday, so it is Kriya. Kriya is our individual activities that is determined by the planet Mars, Tuesday. And Saturday is the result of those activities, karma. So Tuesday is Kriya, Saturday is karma. What you do comes back as your karma. And again, if you choose to live in an unconscious way, that karma will it'll feel like your life is a destiny and you have no control over it. But this Hanuman archetypes, the Vedic rishis have given us, saying that he lords over your actions and your karma. You can take control and lord over your actions, and thereby take control over your karma. And how do we do that? By taking responsibility, understanding everything that happens to us we have created. But with it comes the power. If I created this, something that I don't like, I have the power to create something I will like. I'm not waiting for some hero to come and rescue me. I can do it within myself. So we are talking about prarabdha and purushartha karma. Prarabdha is what we come with. Purushartha is what you do with it, how you respond to life. And so, action and the karma that is born out of that action. That is why Hanumanji, Lord Sava, we have worshipped that archetype Tuesday and Saturday. Then we talked about the 4 purusharthas. Why when we pray to or worship to Hanumanji, we ask for Bala, Buddhi, Vidya, Gyana. And we start with Vidya. Sorry, Bala is your, these Bala, Buddhi, Vidya, Gyana correspond to the 4 purusharthas the Vedic rishis give us, which is dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma is intellect, to know. You have to have a discriminating mind to know what is right and wrong. What is dharma? Then artha, you need knowledge to create anything, and to know your purpose in life. So that is artha, translates to vidya. And then we have bala, which translates to kama. Kama is desires. We must have mental and physical strength to be able to fulfill our desires. And moksha is the gyana, the ultimate. There are 2 types of knowledge of the outside world and knowledge of yourself. Gyana is knowledge of yourself. So we need all these, bala, buddhi, vidya, gyana. And that's why when we worship Hanumanji, these are the 4 things we are focusing on. Then we talked about the yogas that Hanumanji combines, and in our Vedic principles, yoga shastras, they tell us there are 3 kinds of yoga: karma yoga, bhakti yoga, and jnana yoga. Karma yoga, you have no choice. The minute you're born, even if you choose not to do anything, you will end. That is karma yoga. Choosing not to do anything is also doing something. But you have a choice to bring in the power of bhakti, devotion to a higher self, higher cause, and jnana, knowing who are you truly, koham, and you find out you are soham, that which you are seeking, you are that. So that is jnana yoga. You have a choice to practice jnana yoga and bhakti yoga. Then we talked about the 3 states of mind: tamas, rajas, and sattva. tamas being that ignorance and inertia and denseness, which is body consciousness. Rajas is action, which is in a mind constantly up and down, raga dvesha, want this, don't want this, like this, don't like this. And sattva is that clarity, the perception, the godly qualities that allows you to know, what is to live at your highest potential. Then we talked about Dwadasa Nam, that is a formula where we start with Hanuman and end with Dasa Grivasya Darpaha. They are bookended because you have to bring in your intellect to be able to make changes. Without it, your body on its own cannot make changes. Mind will not want to change this merry-go-round instantaneous gratification. So between Hanuman and Dasagrivasa Darpaha, we are given, if you control your body, mind, and intellect, which is Anjani Putra and Vayu Putra, your body and mind, you can activate, you can become Mahabala, great strength, mental and physical strength. And then if you get in the 3 yogas, which is Rameshtra, Bhakti, Phalguna Sakha, Karma, Pingaksha, Gyana, then you can do boundless acts of valor, which is Amita Vikramaha. Only after that you will have the ability to find out what is the cause of your suffering. Sita, Soka, Vinasaka. Sita is our body, this Jiva, the soul that incarnated from the main soul, the super soul, the soul that incarnated. What is the sorrow? So you will find out that when you cross that ocean, Udhadhi Kramanaschaiva, what ocean is it? Our subconscious. And in the Puranas, they talk about it in Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean. Then only you, once you cross that ocean, you will realize what is your problem, and you will have to revive your intellect, your prana, Lakshmana Pranadata. You will have to regenerate and resurrect your intellect and your ability to know right from wrong. And then you can destroy or conquer that Dasa Grivasa Darpaha, that mighty, invincible ego that has 10 heads and refuses to die. That's what Dwadasanam was. Then we went on to the Ashtakam, which is the concluding 2 verses will do. Why Ashtakam? Because 8 is the quality, are the qualities of nature, Prakriti. The material world, physical world is made up of 8 qualities, 5 elements, which we talked about, and 3 guna, states of mind. So to conquer, to bring lordship over our body, we need to understand what are these 8 causes of sorrow so that we can lord over it. And we talked about the first cause was Hanumanji swallowing the sun. That means what? If you swallow the sun, what happens? Darkness, ignorance. Ignorance is the first cause of our sorrow. Second one is Bali. That is a karma, because Sugriva was constantly running from Bali. There was no escape except Rishi Mukha. That means scriptural information that comes out of the rishis, ascended masters. So karma is the second cause of our sorrows. Third was Angada, identification with our body. Constant looking at the ocean and saying, oh my God, how can I jump the ocean? Because you are identified with the body. You are an infinite source of power. What are you worried about? So that was Angada. Then came Sita. What was that's the fourth one. Fourth is brooding over sense objects, looking at that golden deer. We all know there is no such thing as a golden deer, illusions, mirage, but yet we pursue, and that is another cause of our sorrow. Then comes Lakshmana. The problem he had was, we don't have, when he fought Meghnath and Indrajit, he fainted. They had to, Hanumanji had to revive him, because we don't have adequate dispassion. And we distinguished between detachment and dispassion. Detachment is, I don't want anything. No, dispassion, opposite of passion. What is passion? Anger. Lakshmana was a very angry man. He had brahmacharya, but he could not give up anger. So that's why he was attacked by Indrajit and he could not withstand it. Then came Nagaphasa. And these are getting subtler and subtler. Our causes of sorrows are becoming subtler. So you have to, this Gyana Yoga has to kick in. Only Bhakti will not do it. We have to learn what is the cause. Nagaphasa is the bondage of snakes. And we talked about snakes are the doubts and limitations that come from delusions, not knowing, they're subtler. We don't know. Sometimes we think, oh, we can do this, and we are so good and we help everybody and all that. And yet it comes back to slap us. Suddenly it hits us, blindsides us, broadsides us. We don't know what hit us. So that is Nagaphasa. For that, the remedy was Garuda. You need bhakti and gyana to get out of that. Then today we are going to talk about the seventh verse. And before well, I'll talk about the Ashtasiddhis at the end of this. So let me read the seventh verse and we'll go through it. Seventh verse is, Bandhu sameta jabai ahiravana lai raghunath patala sidharo devi hi puji bhali bidhi so bali dev sabai mili mantra vicharo jaya sahaya bhayo tavahi ahiravana sainya sameta saharo को नहीं जानता है जगह में कपि संकट मोचन नामति हारो. When the great demon Ahiravana kidnapped Lord Sri Ram and his brother Lakshmana and went to the other side of the earth known as Patala and conspired to offer them as human sacrifice to worship the mother god, you went to their rescue and destroyed Ahiravana and the whole army. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankata Mochana, the deliverer from all sorrows? Now, what happened when Ravana realized that all his greatest generals and fighters and warriors were finished? He was desperate. He will not accept defeat. So he finally goes and contacts one of his brothers called Ahiravana, who lived in Patala, underworld, not in this earth plane, because there are three planes, underworld, earth plane, and the heavens or the cosmic world. And at first, Ahiravana declined, but Ravana convinced him, saying that, look, you are a worshipper of the Devi and you need human sacrifices. Here are two fantastic, brilliant, you can't get better humans than these two, Ram and Lakshman. Why don't you sacrifice them for more siddhis, more power? And Ahiravana fell for that and said, okay. So he comes and he kidnaps Vibhishana knew this plan and told Hanumanji that Ahiravana is coming to kidnap Ram and Lakshmana, you be careful. So Hanumanji said, no, I will sit guard in front of that tent in the, the field where they were having the war, and nobody can enter, because who can, but Ahiravana has this special quality where he can change, he's a shapeshifter like most demons are. And he came dressed as Bibhishana, and Hanumanji for a moment got tricked, and he went and kidnapped Ram and Lakshman, took him into the netherworlds. And when Vibhishana comes and Hanumanji said, well, you just were here. He said, no, you got tricked. They are gone. So then what happened is he asked Vibhishana, how do I recover these two then, Ram and Lakshmana? And Vibhishana said, you have to go down and go to the Patala. And Hanumanji then took the avatar of the Panchamukhi Hanuman. He went down and he had, and Ahiravana was about to sacrifice Ram and Lakshmana, but he took on this Panchamukhi avatar with 5 faces. And Vibhishana told him that Ahiravana's soul or prana is in 5 different areas in his palace. You have to blow out those lights, those lamps, at the same time, not one by one, together. That's why he had to take the Panchamukhi avatara, and he blew it, and he goes just in time before Ram and Lakshmana were sacrificed. He goes and prays to Mother Kali, and she agrees to help him, and he rescues them and kills Ahiravana. Now, let's get to the significance of this. Ahiravana. Ahi means snake. Ravana is ego. So we have this conscious ego. We know we have an ego, but we also have a secret ego, which is way inside our subconscious. We don't realize that. And most people, especially people going on the spiritual path, fall prey to this, because we start comparing ourselves to normal mortals and think, oh, we are so ascended and we are so spiritual and we are so, everybody else is horrible. We are the best ones. That is that ego that is not in your conscious mind, because consciously you're trying everything. I will be very nice. I will not criticize. I will not gossip. I will not backstab. I will not do this. But subconscious is there, which you are not aware. And we have to do the churning. It's called samudra manthan, or we have to do invoke that udhadi kramanashchava. You have to go inside. There is no other way to meditate, to spend time and get to know your vasanas, impressions that don't just come from this lifetime, from many lifetimes. We all want to be healthy and wealthy, and but why are we not able to manifest? Because there is a program running in our background, in our subconscious. That is the ahiravana. And that one, I think Anu had asked in one of the sessions, that ahiravana, to beat that, you have to do it at the same time. You can't say, I'll fight with jealousy today, I'll fight with greed tomorrow, I'll fight with fear next day. Everything, like that arrow into the navel of Ravana, everything has to be tackled at the same time. When you start practicing meditation and chanting, your mind will be so purified that at the same time you will be able to see the information coming in, you will digest it, you will release what is not necessary, you will take that information that you have culled out from the raw information, send it to every part of your life, and that information will make you rise. So we need to have that. It's like driving a car. When we first drive a car, we're like, oh, the gear and the accelerator and the brake and the clutch and the parking. But once we become adept, it all happens together. So that is the Panchamukhi. We can do all of that together, but you have to practice one by one. You have to practice. So then the seventh cause of suffering is negative thoughts and desires of the unmanifest mind. We are not even sure. When you go into deep meditation, when the mind becomes still, suddenly some vulgar thought or some terrible fear will come, which will say, where is this coming from? I thought I dealt with all of this. That is the ahiravana. And another thing you have to, I want to bring to your notice is, a lot of people say Devi is the goddess. How come she's willing to kill and take sacrifice of this Ram and Lakshman? Devi is a prakriti, nature, mother. You can do mother earth, not mother. Nature, you can do anything. You can use nature to enhance your life and lives of others, or you can destroy, just like atom. You can create an atom bomb and kill everybody, or you can take the atom and create nuclear power facilities and generate electricity for everybody. So nature will not discriminate. It will say what you want to do, you do. So our nature also, we can take our nature and make make everybody's life better, or we can take our utilize our nature to destroy other people. So Devi is completely unbiased, like the universe. So be it. You can go to the Devi. So when Ahiravana said, I will misuse Devi, she said, fine. When Hanumanji came and said, I want to use you, she said, fine. So that is the nature, that is universe. It's up to you how you utilize nature, Prakriti. There is no person there who will come to protect the good and not protect the bad. Protect the bad and not protect the good. So when our Ram is our wisdom in this scenario, and Lakshman is our vairagya, suddenly it goes for a 6 when you're meditating in, and also in Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean story from the Puranas. That is what happens when you start churning your subconscious. What comes out? Poison, halahala, that can destroy the world, not ordinary poison. And that is why they had to get Shiva, Nilakantha, to. And what did Nilakantha do? He trapped it in his throat. Throat is the Vishuddhi chakra. It's your conscious mind. So you neither express it nor you suppress it. It doesn't go out and destroy the world, and you don't push it back into your subconscious again. And that is, what do you do then? You become like Shiva, an silent observer. Just say, okay, this is coming up. These are thoughts. I am not my thoughts. These are emotions. I am not my emotions. So that is the a thing that you have to do when you're doing meditation, when you're doing chanting, and all these vulgar thoughts come and you say, I'm chanting, where are these thoughts coming from? I'm doing meditation, horrible, terrible, negative, vulgar thoughts. These are past vasanas, very subtle, which is in your netherworld. So that's what we we have to become a witness and invoke our Panchamukhi avatar. At the same time, you have to see what is coming. You have to make sense of it. You have to let go of the things that are not serving you. The ones that you have understood, you let it go to every part of your life, reflect in every aspect of your life, so that it makes you rise, your consciousness rise. That is the Panchamukhi thing that we bring in. Now let us go to the verse 8, the last one. काज किए बड़ देवन के तुम बीर महाप्रभु देखि विचारो कौन सा संकट मोर गरीब को जो तुम सो नहीं जात है टारो, बेगी हरो हनुमान महाप्रभु, जो कछु संकट होए हमारो, को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि, संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. O Hanuman, you have done great favors for all the devatas and were recognized as the bravest and the greatest being of the world. How can any problems of my poor self be incurable for you? I beseech you, O Hanuman, please come soon and deliver me from all my sorrows, whatever they may be. O Lord Hanuman, who in the world does not know that your name is Sankata Mochana, the deliverer from all sorrows? So then, this is the ultimate battle we're talking about. When Ram killed Ravana, we are reminding Hanuman, and by reminding Hanuman, we are reminding that power within ourselves, that we can beat any odds, just like Hanuman ji could come to the rescue of the most unthinkable problems. Unthinkable, we can do that too. And to finally be able to conquer that Ravana, which is the mighty, invincible ego, what do we need? That is what we are beseeching to that Hanuman: surrender, Saranagati, as it is called. And many people get confused. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. No, because like we said, Falguna Sakha, nowhere Hanumanji, he was completely surrendered. Every cell in his body was saying Ram, 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 Ram. But he was constantly in action. Surrender does not mean you retire to your puja room and let Ram do the work. He will not do anything for you. Surrender means not giving up, but accepting accepting the present moment exactly as it is, without any resistance. And what does accepting the present moment exactly as it is means? It means telling yourself and believing that this moment cannot be any other way. Not only that, it is the best. Not just it cannot be any other way, it is the best. I may not be able to appreciate this with my limited wisdom, but my higher self has designed and orchestrated this experience for me to be able to rise up, and understanding that there is no escaping our demons. We have to slay them. We have to go through the eye of the storm. Nowhere Hanumanji went away. You have to fight your demons, and they will come in many forms. Ultimate is Ravana. Before that, our Puranas are replete with demons. Even in this, Ravana, Indrajit, all these are Kumbhakarna, all of them are demons inside us that we have to fight. And fight how? Action always has to be there, but surrender to a higher power, your higher self, or the universe, or whoever you believe in, if you have a personal deity. And surrender means that you accept the present moment as it is, knowing that it cannot be any other way. Many people think that, oh, if I changed one move, if I had not done that, if I had not said this, if I had not come here. No, if you want to play chess with the universe, it's the perfect chess player, grandmaster. You take back one piece, it will take back 20 pieces, and you'll be put in a different situation, but same lessons to learn. Different people, different messengers, but the same message. Until you learn the message, there is no going around, my friends. We can run away from husbands, we can run away from jobs, we can run away from friends, we can run away from everything, but wherever the road you take to avoid your karma, that's where karma is waiting to catch you. So there is no sitting in the puja room and praying, but surrendering and calling in because if you don't surrender, your entire energy is not available to you to tackle the challenges in front of you, because 20, 30, 40, 50% of your mind's power is engaged and invested in negative thoughts, doubtful thoughts, low vibration thoughts. How can you win that war? So better to use your higher self or a personal deity and make it a placeholder of your worries and fears and doubt, and then release 100% of your energy towards tackling your challenges and issues. So ultimately, because ego, if you understand our sole cause of suffering is our ego, edged God out. Because whatever you may say, there are many bad things happening in the world, and we feel bad, but it really doesn't pinch us until it comes, even corona, and hits you and your own. So until it comes to your backyard, your bedroom, you, me, and mine, We really don't. We may sympathize and empathize with people, and for that is called ego. That, oh, I am suffering. There is no I, because everything is you. And this is the last phrase that is saying why everything is, you are the creator of your world. You create your own reality. Everything and everyone is interconnected. The concluding verse will make that clear. It says, Lala Deha Lali Lase Arudhari Lala Langura Bajra Deha Danava Dalana Jaya 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 Kapisura. O Hanuman, your red body is radiant with crimson color, the energy. Red signifies, represents energy. And your face is red like a monkey. Your body is invincible like a thunderbolt, capable of destroying all the evils of the world. May glory, glory, glory be to you, O Lord Hanuman the Brave. And to understand this verse, I would like to read out to you a famous couplet from Kabir Das's Dohas that will make this instantly clear to you. Lali mere lala ki jita dekhu tita lala. Lali dekhan mein chali, main bhi ho gaye lal. Wherever I look, I see the glory of my beloved. I went to understand this glory and became one with my beloved. So Lal means red and Lala means beloved. So Hanumanji went to find out who was Ram, because he was Sugriva's minister. When he saw Ram and Lakshman, he said, let me find out who they are. In the process, after he met Ram, everything looked Ram to him and he became Ram himself. And this is what, in some other stories, the mythological stories from other parts of the world, there's this salt doll that went to see or find out what is the ocean. So when the salt doll goes to the ocean, it becomes the ocean because it's made of salt. So anytime you want to find out what is your higher self, who is Ram, if you spend that kind of attention and time, you will become what you're looking for. Hanumanji was looking for Ram, he became Ram. Ram came and sat inside his heart. We are looking for Hanumanji, we will become Hanuman. All you have to do is constantly, every moment, think, what would Hanumanji do? What would Hanumanji do? If I were Hanumanji, what would I do? And ultimately, there will come a point where you will merge with Hanuman. So that's what it is, like a salt doll going to the ocean and testing the water. What is salt? And after a while, there is no salt. No, it has become the ocean. We will also become one with our Hanuman archetype. So tomorrow is Hanuman Jayanti, and we have been given, we did not even plan this, a fantastic once in a lifetime opportunity where together as a group we created such fantastic energy to recreate ourselves and walk the path Hanumanji walked. Karma yoga, gyana yoga, bhakti yoga. At every time, tell yourself, I have to do this. There's no escaping. But let me believe in the ultimate, in a higher power, and let me constantly increase my knowledge. Who am I? This is the knowledge. What we are doing, this is gyana yoga. When you apply it, it becomes karma yoga. When you believe in it, it becomes bhakti yoga. That's all there is to it. And then we talked about the 8 siddhis. 6 we have talked about. Anima, minimalism. You must know when to use the power of minimalism. Mahima, expansion. You must know where you must use your power of expansion. Laghima, becoming light, letting go, when to let go of this thought and this emotion. It is not serving me, pulling me down. Garima, that heavy, that integrity, that when you walk in, people say, oh my God, this person means what he says and says what he means, does what he says and, says what he does. That is Garima. People respect you because of that weight you bring with it. So you don't use your words frivolously and don't you measure your words and your actions. That was Garima. Then was Prapti, the ability to get anything anywhere. How? Through visualization. Close your eyes. You can be in Italy, you can be in heaven, you can be in moon, you can be in Patala, you can be one of the celebrities that you adore. You can be anything. That is Prapti. Then Prakamya, that is to present. Once you behave, suppose I wanted to be, let's say, some who? The Kardashians. Then I have to behave like them. I can't then behave like a person who's not like the Kardashian. You start wearing their clothes, you start eating what they eat, you start doing whatever they want to do. Or if you want to be Kobe Bryant, you want to be Leonardo DiCaprio, you want to be Mark Zuckerberg, do what they do. That is prakamya, presentation. Today, we are going to talk about the seventh siddhi, which is called Vashitva. Vashitva is becoming one with everything. How do you, that power is very important, where anybody who looks at you goes into a trance. They have to agree with you because you have become them and they have become you. How do you do that? The simplest way of making people go into a trance, and by trance I use it loosely, meaning they are completely enamored by you, is first thing, the first way to take away, to make somebody defenseless, is to agree with them. Whatever they're saying, you say, yes, yes, you're right, you're absolutely right. They will not know, the battle finishes there. That does not mean you agree for all times to come. But for the moment, you break that circuit where both of you are going at each other to prove who is right, who is wrong, because that is the ego. I am right. I am right. What else is ego? So when the ego drops, you said, you're right. Absolutely, you're right. For a moment, you inhabit their mind and brain and think like them. What must they be thinking that they are saying this? So playing the devil's advocate, if you were to defend that, if he's giving you $1 billion to defend him, how would you defend that person? That is called Vashitva. Because you're thinking like them, because you cannot defend them if you're not thinking like them. Because if you don't agree with them, you cannot defend them. So that is Vashitva. This week, please practice Vashitva. When anybody you are having an argument with, challenge with, or anybody, just say you're right. Whatever they're saying, yeah, absolutely right. So that means you have inhabited their mind and you're thinking like them. And that these 7 siddhis will ultimately give you the 8th siddhi, which is Ishitva, lordship. Lordship over what? Lordship over our mind and body, because everything is a reflection of our mind and body. The problem is we try to get lordship over the external world, and we are not able to do it because there is no external world. It's a mirage. It's an illusion. So when you practice Anima, Mahima, Lagima, Garima, Prapti, Prakamya, Vishitva, you will ultimately get the power of Ishitva, lordship over yourself. And that is what is saying, where is it? Jai, 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 Kapisura. What are the 3 types of Jais? They're conquering. In the scriptures, they talk about 3 kinds of challenges that you have to conquer. Daivika, that means cosmic forces that you think you have no control over. Then comes Bhautika, that in your external world, earthly, physical world. And Adhyatmaka, inside your Atma. There are 3 kinds of challenges. From the cosmic world, like the planets going here and there, you have no control over it. Outside world, how people are behaving, no control over it. Inside is Adhibhautika. So these 3 stages correspond with subconscious, conscious, superconscious. Adhidaivika, cosmic forces, is our superconscious. Adhibhautika is our external world, conscious mind. And Adhyatmaka is our subconscious mind, what is in our subconscious. And like Ravana, we may not know what is inside us. We have to conquer these 3 types of thinking. And that is why most mantras end with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You are invoking the power of the universe to have peace in your superconscious, that is the cosmic forces. Invoking the power of the universe to have peace in your external world. And then invoking the power of the universe to have peace within yourself. And also mantras end with what? Mantras start with Om. Om takes care of the subconscious, conscious, superconscious. Because you're the waking state, dreaming state, deep sleep state. So you start with Om, you pray whatever you pray, you end with Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And before that, what do you say? Namaha or Swaha. Swa is me, Ha is destroy. I am destroying my independent ego. Namaha, Na, Mama, Aham. I am not. It's not me and mine anymore. No, Na, Mama and Na, Aham. There is no me and mine. That is why the mantras work, because you dissolve your egos and then you call in saying Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.